Hey everyone, it's Zooba here, and today I'm talking about the movie and score from Steven Spielberg's 2001 film. Well, I think it was released in 2001. That's interesting because it was from a Stanley Kubrick film that he wanted to make, but Steven Spielberg actually wound up making it because unfortunately Stanley Kubrick passed away before he was able to see his vision of it. So Steven Spielberg, who was working with Kubrick's film of AI, decided to, as a tribute to him, a tribute to Stanley Kubrick, Spielberg would do it. And I think Spielberg wrote the screenplay and wound up directing it in honor of Stanley Kubrick. And here we have the DVD and the CD of the score by John Williams. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about it. I remember I just recently watched the DVD again. I was watching parts of it, not the whole thing, but I do remember when it first came out, I went to see it, and it was different for Spielberg at that time. It felt really cold in a way, kind of cold and detached in a sense, but then there was also elements of it that were very warm and uplifting. I was working as a security guard for a company in Burbank, and I was a security guard at the Columbia Commissary, which was what it was called at the time, which was just outside of the gates of Warner Brothers Studios. And I remember, I think a friend I used to work with at Warner Brothers invited me to come with him to have lunch on the Warner Brothers lot, so I did. And we somehow stumbled onto the set of Artificial Intelligence, and it was really cool. It was that set where, or parts of the set, I don't know if the whole thing was filmed there, but it was the set for the fantasy fair where all the robots and the AIs were being tortured, and there was big grandstands in there for the audiences to go crazy, and it was the set for that scene. And I remember walking around in there, and it was, saw the dirt on the floor and the sawdust or whatever, and it just was. It seemed like a cool place to work, So I'm sure everyone that worked on that sequence really had a fun time. The day we went there, it wasn't being used. They must have been on another stage shooting something else, but that set was empty. But everything was there. There was just nobody there. So that's a fond memory I have. And anyway, the movie Artificial Intelligence had a cast of, I remember, Haley Joel Osment, the little boy that played David, the AI child. He was really good. I remember, I think he made this after, I believe he made it after The Sixth Sense. I'll have to check that. I think The Sixth Sense came before this. Spielberg saw that and liked him and put him in this, or it was vice versa, the other way around. I'll have to look at that. Jude Law played Gigolo Joe, and he was really good in the movie. The two two of the leading actors were Frances O'Connor played the woman who Haley Joel Osment's character wanted to be his mother. Wanted her to be his mother, and the other actor that played the father was an unknown actor. I don't remember his name. Let's see if it says it here. It's not really even the father character wasn't even listed on the main poster credits, but Frances O'Connor was, and I believe she was an English actress, but she was speaking with an American accent in the film. And William Hurt was also in it. William Hurt was the inventor and designer of the AI child that was played by Haley Joel Osment. William Hurt was really good in it. I enjoyed his performance. He was always so good in films, and he's sorely missed. AI was a different kind of a film for Spielberg, but he did it well, and it was visually gorgeous to look at. Lots of color, and Rogue City, I think it was called Rogue City, where I remember the scene with the bridges and those going in the futuristic cars across the bridges with the great music. It was, I think it's on the soundtrack. Let me see if Williams put that piece on the soundtrack. I don't think so, the score. But he did use it. It was like a famous classical piece. You know what I'm talking about. And then there was a song called For Always, performed by Laura Fabian, and I think Josh Groban and Laura did a duet to that song. I like this CD because it has a really cool photograph of John Williams and Steven Spielberg at the recording sessions for the score. And the score does have like moments of excitement and chase kind of music, and and then a lot of atonal music and sad kind of music. The movie also had voice actors in it, portraying characters like Robin Williams played Dr. No. I think it was Dr. No or something No. Was a character that Haley Joel Osment and Gigolo Joe Jude Law visited, and he gave them directions on how to find the Blue Fairy. So it had a lot of elements of Pinocchio and wanting to become a real boy and things like that. It was quite interesting and quite well done. What else about the John Williams score? Let's see. Nice cues. The Mecha World, Abandoned in the Woods. That was a good cue. Replicas, Hide and Seek, For Always, Cybertronics, The Moon Rising, Stored Memories and Monica's Theme, Where Dreams Are Born, Rouge City, The Search for the Blue Fairy, The Reunion. Yes, it was quite nice, and as I said, the voice actor Robin did voice acting in it, playing that character, and I think Anthony Hopkins was also narrator for some parts of it. So it had a lot of good stuff in it, and I'm just remembering it all, and I've got to go back and watch the rest of the movie. Started it the other day. I don't know if I saw it on the big screen. I think I did back in the day. So anyway, today that's what I was talking about. AI, the movie, directed by Steven Spielberg, from an idea and material from Stanley Kubrick, and the John Williams score by John Williams of AI, Artificial Intelligence. All this talk of AI today is crazy. It's so much of things as AI and artificial intelligence. But this movie came out 25 years before we are now experiencing all of the AI stuff that we are experiencing. Amazing. This movie was 25 years ahead of its time. Way to go, Steven Spielberg. All right, everyone. That's it for now. Until the next Today I'm Talking About, this has been Zooba, And cheers.